The fourth industrial revolution is expected to disrupt the world of work and the way business is done. But it seems the creative industry will also be impacted by the fourth industrial revolution. Delegates at a one-day conference for the creative industry are discussing ways in which they can take advantage of the changes that are to come. The 4IR gathering is taking place in Bryanston, Johannesburg. And for more on this, we cross to our reporter Mbalenhle Mthethwa, who's standing by for us. Mbali, what's happening there and what's being discussed?
Good afternoon, Nompu. Yes, we've had the Minister of Communications and Postal Services speaking to delegates here. We've seen a number of media personnel also here to hear what the Minister has to say. And most of the conversations have been about the changes that are expected when the fourth industrial revolution is upon us. Now, we've heard conversations around automation and how the world of work and the way of doing business will be changed. But now we haven't really heard much about the creative industry, how film industry will be disrupted, and so on, in the business of creating film and television productions and series and so on. Now, to speak to us about skills and how young people and South Africans can prepare themselves for the fourth industrial revolution and these disruptions is none other than Beth Arendse. She is from the South African Creative Incubators. Good afternoon. Thank you so much for speaking to us. Please tell us more about what actors and just the industry as a whole and everyone who participates in the production of a film or anything that goes on air, on TV, on big screen can do.
If we're talking skills, when it comes to fourth industrial revolution, digital creative content is now the currency of the future. Our platforms are digital, whether we're watching movies, whether we are buying something, and that creates a whole area of content production for creatives, for which we need to have the requisite skills. So it's critical that your skills like film and video production, digital illustration, graphic design, photography, music production, sound production, animation, the list goes on, are prioritized as scarce skills, as critical skills. And the other issue is that these are very expensive skills. Currently in South Africa, if I want to do photography or film and video, I can't go to a TVET college. I have to go to a private institution. So we have to normalize access to the skills in this sector so that the fourth industrial revolution army, which is a whole lot of creatives out there in our communities, actually have the skills necessary to create this digital content that is needed.
Now, this industry creates a lot of jobs because generally people don't necessarily have to go for a 3-year degree course in order to get into the industry. It's all basically based on, training and so on, in-service training and so on. How will the fourth industrial revolution affect jobs and job creation ability of this industry?
Look, the research on 4IR is actually showing that the two labor sectors that will be the least affected by this fourth industrial revolution is the IT sector and the creative sector. So we should see an increase in the opportunities for jobs in this sector. And the other thing that becomes very, very important in terms of skills is that the fourth industrial revolution is actually about the human side and how we retain our place in this world with all the advent of machines and AI. And that comes down to the one thing machines can't do is think creatively. So the World Economic Forum has said the 3 top job skills we're going to need by 2020 is critical thinking, complex problem solving, and creativity. And this is another area where creatives now have a platform to actually mainstream and develop what they do right across areas of the labor force, because we understand how to do creativity and how to bring that to the workforce is in a domain we also have to look at as a potential area of job creation.
Now, earlier this month, if I'm not mistaken, we saw the artificial intelligence news anchor coming up and making news headlines around the world. Is that not concerning that maybe this artificial intelligence person can replace potentially a whole crew?
Yes. Look, AI is being used quite extensively in the creative sector already. So there's already been a movie trailer produced by AI, like you say, the automated news anchor. Newsrooms use it already to kind of sort content and save time for the reporters. And I can give you a list and list. But what we've got to look at is that what keeps us at the front is how we are interpreting context and content, and that a machine can't do. So it's a matter of looking at skills developing technology that supports our industry, because there's a lot of technology that actually can support our industry, can enhance IP protection and content ownership issues. That is a big issue for us. Can increase access to our content. It's a matter of knowing that is there, but how do we keep one step ahead of the machines? And then we do that by maintaining the creative edge.